Hi, I'm Jonas Hilton, and I'm going to talk about the Wasatch Mountain Range in Utah and why it has become an outdoor recreation tourism hub. So, before I start, I want to ask a question. What do you think is the most visited place in Utah? Now, when I first heard this question, I immediately thought of places like Zion National Park or Moab, which is very popular. But it's actually the Uinta-Wasatch Cache National Forest. The Uinta-Wasatch National Forest is the forest that goes over all of the Wasatch Range in Utah, and it gets over 9 million visitors per year. In comparison, Zion National Park, which is the second most visited national park in all of the US, received 4.9 million visitors last year in 2024. Even just the Tri-Canyon area alone, which are the canyons right above Salt Lake City, receive 4 million visitors yearly. That's a lot of people. So, what are the Wasatch Mountains? What is the Wasatch Mountain Range? So, the Wasatch Mountain Range goes from the very top of Utah a little bit into Idaho, all the way down across that Wasatch Front into Utah County, to the bottom of Utah County. These are the most prominent mountains in Utah when you are driving down I-15 across the Wasatch Front. So, the reason why these mountains have become so popular for outdoor recreation and tourism is for three main reasons. The first reason being year-round recreation. The second, varied terrain of the mountains. And third, the mountains' proximity to urban centers. That leads me to the first reason, year-round recreation. Now, you can see in these pictures, this is the exact same place. These are two pictures I took in the same place in Little Cottonwood Canyon in Utah. One in the winter on the left and the other in summer on the right. And this kind of shows that there is something good to do in these mountains no matter what time of year it is. First, starting in winter. Winter is famous in Utah for having the best snow on earth. People come from all over the world to experience the light, dry snow in all of the beautiful mountain ski and snowboard resorts in the Wasatch Range. This is a picture of my little brother skiing some fresh powder and Alta up Little Cottonwood Canyon. As you can see in these maps, there's a large concentration of mountain resorts in this little piece of the Wasatch Mountain Range around Salt Lake City and a little bit farther north of that. And these resorts are world class. People come from all over the world to experience the large amount of snow and the high quality snow for these kind of snow sports. Some of my personal favorite resorts are Alta and Snowbird and Snow Basin. But let's say you don't enjoy skiing or snowboarding. That doesn't mean you're stuck in the winter. There's also a bunch of other great things to do, such as ice fishing, ice climbing, hiking, snowmobiling. There's a lot of good things. Sledding as well. But let's say the winter's over. We move into more spring, summer, fall. Another great time to be in the Wasatch Mountain Range. Mountain biking is very popular in the Wasatch Mountains. There's hundreds of miles of trails across the front and back range of the Wasatch Mountains. You can catch my dad and my brother being out here almost every single weekend on their bikes on these super fun trails. Now, my very favorite activity to do in the summer in the Wasatch Mountains is hiking. There are hundreds of trails that bring people from all over the U.S. to come experience the beauty and to escape the cities with their amazing scenery. So, if you don't enjoy hiking and mountain biking, there's also other things to do in here, like, for example, rock climbing is also very popular. That brings us to the second reason why the Wasatch Mountains have become so popular. And that is because of the varied terrain. Now, it doesn't matter if you're looking for recreation with lakes or wildflowers, mountains, meadows, valleys. It doesn't matter. In these mountains, there's something for everybody, something that everyone will enjoy. And another one of my favorite parts about these mountains, there's something for every skill level and every age as well. For example, I can take my 50-year-old mom with 2 messed up knees and a messed up back on a lovely little walk through the forest that we'll both enjoy a lot, and we'll get to enjoy escaping the city into the mountains for a little bit. And the next day I can go take my friends up to the very top of an 11,000-foot mountain peak where we can see views of the entire Salt Lake Valley. There's something for everyone here. And the very most important reason why the Wasatch Mountains have become an important tourism hub for outdoor adventures is its proximity to urban centers. The Wasatch Mountain Range is only minutes away from Salt Lake City and other urban centers in Utah, such as Ogden more in the north and Provo more in the south. Now, there's a lot of places in the world that claim to be right up against the mountains with easy access to recreation, but Utah and the Wasatch Front is one of the places that really can deliver that. And that's shown in this chart right here. This chart shows the proximity of ski resorts to urban areas. We have very popular ski resorts such as the Lake Tahoe area in California, Aspen, Colorado. We have Jackson Hole in Wyoming. We have Banff in Canada, Whistler in Canada, Niseko in Japan, all of these different places. And but at the very top here, the closest is Park City, Utah. And while this chart includes Park City, Utah, the same goes for any of the ski resorts in the Wasatch Front. They're the closest to the urban center of Salt Lake City out of any other skiing destinations. Now, where there's skiing destination, that also means it's an all-year-round recreational place in the mountains. So while this chart shows that the ski resorts in Utah are very close to urban centers, those skiing and ski resort areas are also the best areas for outdoor recreation in the summer months as well. Now, a personal story about the proximity of these mountains is kind of shown in this picture right here. Now, if you can see at the very bottom is my dad here, and this wild-looking landscape is the hike up to Mount Olympus in Salt Lake City. And the trailhead for this hike is only 15 minutes away from my dad's house in South Salt Lake. Now, if you look at this picture, you wouldn't think you're right in the middle of the city. No, it looks like you're out in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness, and that's how it feels. And that's the great thing about the Wasatch Mountains, is although they're so accessible and easy to get to, they also give you the opportunity to escape the noise of the cities and to really experience nature in a cool way. So, all in all, the Wasatch Mountains have become an outdoor tourism hub because of their proximity to urban centers, their varied terrain, and their year-round recreation. Thank you.